Okay, so guys were asking about me doing a little short video for the installation of the my Morimoto fog lights switchbacks. I printed out the installation guide. You don't have to. I mean, it's easier than looking up on the internet on your phone, and I was doing a video. So anyways, going to try to do this as quick as possible. Just want to show everybody what's included. Your two fog lights, and yep, it seems pretty simple. Hopefully this goes well. I've done the fog lights. I put the amber ones in at one time. They're still in there. Probably about almost a year ago. They already screwed up. One of them screwed up anyways. I figured the heck with it. I'm not going to spend another, whatever it was. I don't know. I think they're like 80 bucks a set. So anyways, this is pretty much it. You get 4 new bolts, which I think you only need 3 per side, but I think there's a lineup tab. There's 4 tabs on the back. I'm pretty sure the lineup tab, if it sits like this, the lineup tab might be on this side. I'm not sure. But anyways, there's a little notch there, so that might be for lining up something on the inside. So anyway, we'll find out. Just a quick little rundown here. They come like this. You're supposed to turn on the fog lights and test each side. So there's a white and a black wire in there. You're supposed to plug. Here, I'll see if I can do this one-handed. Pull these off. There's protectors on there. And then you just put these in the factory plug. You just squish them in. Test the lights first to see which one goes where in the plug, which is here. And these, you just put the pins in. It says it's pretty straightforward. I'm thinking obviously they go like this, and then that little seal plug goes in here. That's the little rubber for the pin to keep it somewhat waterproof. Anyways, once that's lined up, you just make sure there's that little knob on the top here. That has to line up with the factory. And then anyways, once you test that all out, it's pretty simple. I'm pretty sure it's the same for the other side. So anyway, I don't know if anybody's ever done this before. If they haven't, I'll try to go step by step. So it's very simple. I have a 2023 Honda Ridgeline Black Edition, and there's about 60,000 miles on it already. I'm in Canada, so almost 100,000. Anyway, I'm going to try to do this quick. So basically, and for aiming, which is at the very last step, you're supposed to aim from the center to the ground, which I got 14 inches. I have not done a lift on my truck, a front end lift. So stock, right now it's 14 inches. And then you aim up on your wall, and you're supposed to go from where the light beam is. So you measure 14 inches. I have little black marks there. I don't know if you can see. I marked them. That middle one is 14 inches. Then you're supposed to go 4 inches down. And the top, at the bottom, at the 10-inch mark, I guess, that would be the top of your light pattern, or of your light beam, from 25 feet from the wall. Now I did 24 feet to the front of the truck, basically, and 25 feet to the headlight, or to the fog light. That's what I did, and I'm sure people can do it differently anyways, because you're almost a foot in before you get to the actual fog light for the front of the bumper. Some vehicles are more flat. So anyway, that being said, not getting technical, we'll do that at last. Anyway, I'm sure if guys have done this before, it's very simple. I'll repeat this, but for the people who haven't done this before, I'll show you. Anyways, you got this screw, and this screw. And I think there's a 10 mil on the bottom here. I'm not going to put the camera upside down. There is a hole underneath that lines up with this. You'll see on the back side here. That's where you aim it. Just use a regular Phillips or Star or whatever. And you adjust it. I don't think there's probably going to be much adjustment. But anyway, that's at the very end. And I'm just going to double check, though, when I put it in there that it's going to line up. There's a little hole. If you can see it. I don't know. I'll have to look in here. Anyways, not to get technical. As long as it lines up, and you can put a screwdriver up through the bottom, and then you just adjust it. But I'm going to have to do each side separately, obviously. When my wheel's turned, I have to turn the wheel, and then I have to start the vehicle. Once I get this side installed and everything works, I'm probably going to put it back together, because obviously once it's all working and put into place, I'll just have to then turn the wheel the other way to do the other side. So I'm going to pause this and do what I got to do here. Okay, so very simple. Took the clips out, the screws out. just make sure. I'm going to try to do this with the flashlight on here. Oh, that's not working very good. Anybody can see. I just washed the vehicle too because I'm in the winter right now and it's cold up here, so I want to do this in the shop, and so everything's a little wet. But anyway, these clips like to fall out, by the way. They just go onto here. Just make sure they're flipped the right way. Anyways, this feels back, and this 23, it actually gives you enough room. I don't have any issues with the room. Some people might complain. This is the bolts. So you got 1, 2, they're actually screws. I'm going to put the bolts in that Morimoto supplies. There's another one. And then there is that clip. And I just look, I don't know if you can see that. There's actually a little notch on that side, on this clip. So that'll probably be the same for the other side. And that's why on the light itself, there's a little notch that goes down. Anyway, so then I'm going to test the light now. I unplugged it. And I'll let guys know which one goes what to what. There's a black and a yellow. And once I get this out, I'm gonna leave the headlights or the fog lights in the actual housing. This one's good, the other side's burnt out, but whatever. But it looks pretty simple. I don't think anybody could see in there. It's got lots of, enough room. I mean, I don't have an issue with that. Mechanics see tighter spots than that. So anyway, okay, next step, I'm gonna pull that light out and then plug the new one in to see which wires go where. Okay, I just wanted to do a side-by-side comparison before I put these lights in. So that was really easy to take out. I had a little stubby screwdriver, really easy. That's the factory one. Hunk of junk. No, it's not too bad, it's just smaller. Anyway, that's the factory one, and that's the Morimoto. Hopefully now everything lines up. I guess I'm kind of worried about when this is in, that this lines up. That's what I'm concerned about. I will see, because I guess they make these generic for a lot of Hondas and for other vehicles, I think, right? So I don't know. By the looks of it, it kind of looks like it doesn't, but because you see how it's higher from the clip. So anyway, we'll see. I'm going to see if I can put it in, and then I'll carry on the video from there. Okay, so I ran into my first issue. I'm going to have to rectify this and then come right back on a separate video, or maybe I'll connect it to this one. I guess I didn't see this, but and I thought this was plug and play, which makes no sense to me as why they wouldn't offer an adapter. I'm sure there is that you can buy, but I mean, this is just before Christmas I'm doing this, so there's no, I'm not hunting this down. I might go home. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go to my own shop, and I'm going to go and look at my old headlights that I used to have for another vehicle, and they might actually have the adapter I'm looking for. So here's what I'm looking for: an H11, H9, and an H8 in male. That comes with this. Well, the factory ones, I don't even know what that's called, but it's a little square, stupid connector that doesn't fit these lights, which I don't understand. Maybe there's an adapter. Maybe I didn't read maybe there was something on the actual website that says you need an adapter, converter, whatever. I personally did not see that, but it's not like you can't fix this. So anyways, this that they give you does absolutely nothing because it doesn't fit on the Hondas. So I'm just going to show here what I did. And there's another issue that I rectified. It wasn't that hard to do, but I have to do, this is the biggest hurdle I have to do yet to fix. And I'm sure I'll get it figured out very quickly, but it may take some time. So anyways, my connectors are sitting off the light. This is my factory one. It is not the same one. So what I might do is if I find the female end on another set of lights that I have, I may or may not, I don't know. Anyways, that being said, I'll have to cut these. Instead of getting, like, I'm sure you can buy converters that go from here to an H11 or whatever this is. However, I'm not waiting weeks on Amazon to get it. I mean, they might even have it at my local store here, but that being said, I'm going to go home and see if I have it. If not, whatever. I don't care. I don't have a big issue with cutting these. I'll cut these 2 wires, and I'll just wire in I have the shrink tube and everything, and I'll just wire in a new connection because I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep these lights. The only problem is when you go back to factory, that's when it becomes an issue. Which at that point, maybe I'll get a new connector and I'll do, I'll make a pigtail or whatever. But anyway, that's the issue. Oh, and the other thing, which wasn't hard to fix, remember I said I was looking at the height difference between your adjuster? Well, there was an issue, but it wasn't that hard to fix actually. So when I mounted this in, the adjuster screw, where it goes down into your bumper, is actually over, I can focus it, it's right there. So it is way back in here, closer to the front of the vehicle. Well, guess what? I was right. It's not going to line up. So the only way to adjust these is that you can do it from here. You have to adjust them while this is, you can't put this together. Or I fixed the issue. This is actually quite simple and it doesn't hurt anything. So if you go and look right here quickly, you'll see a hole right here. That's the hole on each side that lines up to adjust this light. So what I did was I drilled a hole. Very simple. If you look, we can see it. I drilled a hole and it doesn't affect anything. You just drill a nice big hole right there. And it doesn't go on, which I kind of like better, it doesn't go on this side. It ends up going right up underneath, right in here. So just to show you, just gonna find the little hole here with the screwdriver and I'll show you guys how easy this is to actually fix. Oh, here it is. Okay, right there. All right, so from the bottom, right, my new hole, and watch this, right up to the screw to adjust it. I just got to get it into the hole there. There he goes, right there. See? That's actually a very easy fix. I thought of it on the fly, not a big deal. And it's just goes, and it's directly up. So it worked good, just in that corner. So right in this corner, you just drill a hole, right there. That's all it is. Just pick your size of drill bit, drill a hole. And that way, and it's on the inside right here, which I kind of like better. And then you don't even have to worry about drilling a hole on the outside here, right? It's actually on the inside. Anyways, that's the easy fix. They don't tell you that in the instructions, but I thought of that on the fly and it's actually a very easy fix. So I have to go on the website and I don't see, like, these headlights or these switchbacks only come in, well, the model number I got from my vehicle was a, where is it here? Right here. An LF 091. There's another one that's a 90, but it's not a white yellow. It's not a switchback. So I'm thinking that the Hondas, and again, it might be on the website, but on the Hondas, it may need that pigtail converter, which I'm sure you can buy. I'm just, obviously, I don't feel like waiting. I'm going to go see what I have at home. If I have to wait, I have to wait. But yeah, I need a plug-in. I need the plug-in. I don't know what this square one's called, but anyways, I need it to go to an H11. It would be a female, because this is the male that they provide. It'd be a female from the male factory. Or no, this would be a female. That would be the female one. So you need a female, whatever this is. Okay, focus in here. Whatever this one is, it would need to be a female converter. Right? No, wait. No, it would be the male side. Sorry, the male side. My bad here. Male. So from here, be the male one to the female, which would be plugged into this one, this whatever this connector is, H11, H9, whatever they call it. So I'm going to see what I can do. But that's the issue. And that's going to be with every damn Honda. Probably every one that I'm thinking, because I'm pretty sure Honda uses probably this plug on a lot of vehicles. I know for sure the Pilot, Passport, and the Ridgeline. So there's my first hurdle. Not a big deal. Everything, oh, and by the way, you have to use the factory screws because those ones they give you don't work, whatever, not a big deal. They were very easy to put in. This is actually a very easy thing to do. This is not going to take long. If I had the right pigtail, I'd be done this side in probably 15 minutes or whatever, even with drilling the hole. That's why I'm telling people, they have the choice to just drill that hole down there, and then you can adjust those headlights or fog lights with this all buttoned back up after you get everything connected and the lights working, and then you can do it for future. So you don't have to take everything apart if you wanted to adjust them after. Anyway, gonna go now. All right, so I'm back here. I just wanted to show you guys what happened here. So lo and behold, I am gonna have to order a plug from Amazon. I did that already. It was 20 bucks for 2, and it's the LB1. I think it does Toyota and it does Honda. LB1, I believe it's a male. No, it's the female to the male H11. So yeah, you can Google that and find that on Amazon. Mine like was 20 bucks Canadian. So anyways, I'm just covering up my headlights because I wanted to aim the fog lights right away. I got them in. They work for now. I know I did this, and everybody can hum and haw about it and say I'm crazy, but I don't care. I wanted to try them. So I wired them in temporarily. I took 2 jumper wires and I just wired them directly onto those 2 pins that come from the fog light. And I taped them up really good. And you know what? It's going to be just fine for 2 weeks. Hopefully the plug's in, I hope it's less than a week, but regardless, I wanted to try them. And then I know this is a bad idea, but whatever. I took the coating of, I just spread the wire, the coating, and I made it so I could attach it. So I wrapped them around really, really good. Double tape them. Anyways, they'll be fine. That being said, I wouldn't recommend it, but I wanted to try them. They will be fine behind the cover here. It's not going to get any moisture inside there, so it's fine. So that being said, the other issue, which wasn't an issue that I resolved on the other side, I did drill another hole, which worked out perfectly. Everything lined up good. Everything went in really solid. It's actually quite simple. If I had the plug, I would have this job probably done in like half an hour. No joke. I drilled the hole. It's a little bit different spot. Mine was on the other side, was right here. This one just moved over, and I just drilled the hole right there. You can see that, the light shining through. And that lines up perfectly with the adjuster screw. So that's still on the back side. So on this one, you have this one right here. I'm just gonna try to get this so it doesn't, you can see that in the camera. That's the original one. Mine's actually right in behind this on the other side here. So whatever, it worked out good. No problems there. Simple, fast, drill the hole, got the little drill right in here and just boom, right through. And you just gotta make sure you don't, there's a clip right here. You'll see there's a clip right there. That clip, you just drill just beside it, and it has a perfect angle for the screwdriver to get to the bottom of this adjusting screw. So anybody watches this is a lot easier to go a lot quicker. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Yes, and I didn't know if it's on the website. I still have to go and look and see if they offer that pigtail on the website. The LB1 converter for, I think, Toyota, and it does Honda, to the H11, which is the H11 that comes from these fog lights, which I don't know why they wouldn't even include anyway, but whatever. Anyways, that being said, I mean, for the amount you pay for these lights, you'd think they would come with the connectors, but not everybody has the problem that I have, right? So anyway, I'm going to button this all back up, and then I'm going to aim them, and then that'll be my last step. Okay, got it installed. Just wanted to show what it looks like from the front. Okay, so just one thing wanted to throw this out there because I forgot to say it earlier. The wiring, the red one from the Morimoto fog light, it's the red wire that goes to the yellow, and the black one from factory goes to the black one from Morimoto. So it's black on black basically. So anyways, that's a minor detail. Everything went well. They work. Thank God. So this is basically it. Touch them on. Within 3 seconds you can, there you go, there's amber. Beautiful light pattern. I just aimed them, and that aiming, the holes that I drilled were perfectly. Just got to have a really long screwdriver, and it works awesome. So that's great to know. You can fix that issue very easy. It's an easy fix. So within 3 seconds, they say, there's the white, there's the amber. So yeah, there we have it. I aimed it the best I could right now. They're gonna stay like that. I aimed them up a little bit. They were down way, way low. Very easy to aim. Clockwise goes up on both sides. So yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna go out on the road and check them out. I covered up my headlights so it was just a lot easier. Put 2 towels over them. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go outside and go on the road and take it for a test drive and check it out and see how they shine into the ditches. And yeah, very easy to adjust. So if I have to lower them after, not a big deal. So anyways, that was a pretty easy install. Other than getting the right plug-in, you need the plug. You can order them on Amazon. I'm sure there's other places that have them. The converter, pigtail. Other than that, it wasn't that bad. Everything does line up. The screws, you just use the factory screws. The wiring is very simple. If you have the plug, it's very quick. And yeah, drilling the hole was very minor to go up to the adjuster screw. So anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching and tagging along. I don't know what else I can say. I'm really impressed. I had the other ones in here and I was comparing just from before, and wow, that is absolutely an amazing difference just by looking at the way the light shines out. But I won't know any better until I get out on the road and we'll see what, how well they do in comparison, but I'm sure they'll be fantastic. And I love the ability to I love how I could just switch. Oh, let's go back to that. It's just, I love that. That's awesome. And the white is really nice. It's a 6500K, I think. And that's just my fog lights. That's not my headlights. My headlights are covered up. Cool. Anyway, later.